The final week of the regular season brings a top 5 battle that will determine who hoists the Penrose Cup. We'll preview that and 3 other important series in this edition of the NCHC Morning Skate. The best series in the country by a mile is this weekend's matchup between number 3 North Dakota and number 4 Western Michigan in Kalamazoo. The Fighting Hawks can secure their 6th Penrose Cup outright by earning just 2 points in the series. 1 point guarantees at least a share of the cup, which would be UND's 7th overall. The Broncos are looking to repeat as regular season champs, but will need to sweep the series in regulation to do so. UND is 8-3-1 in conference play since the new year, with 1 win and 2 losses coming in overtime. WMU is 1 stride better, going 9-2-1, with 1 win and 1 loss in OT, plus a shootout win. The Fighting Hawks are coming off a 4-4 tie and a shootout loss, plus a 6-4 win over St. Cloud State last weekend. In that series, junior Abram Wiebe led UND yet again, notching 2 assists in the tie and a goal and a helper in the finale. He also finished the weekend at +5 with 3 blocked shots to earn his 3rd straight NCHC Defenseman of the Week award, only the 2nd NCHC Blue Liner ever to win 3 straight. Western earned 5 points in a goaltending duel at Colorado College last weekend. On Friday, the 2 teams tied 1-1 before WMU won a 3-round shootout. The next night, the Broncos prevailed 2-0, thanks to 28 saves from sophomore Hampton Slukinski, his NCHC leading 4th shutout of the year. He finished the weekend with 56 saves, leading the NCHC with a .982 save percentage and a .48 goals against average. For that, he was named NCHC Goaltender of the Week. This is the only series of the regular season between the NCHC's highest-ranked teams. Last year in Kalamazoo, the Broncos clinched their first Penrose Cup with a win over UND on Friday before North Dakota won in overtime a night later. They then met in the Frozen Face-Off semifinals, where the Broncos advanced with a 4-2 win.
I think it's great for our team to go into this last weekend knowing that it's a playoff-style game and just be ready. It'll be similar to all the playoff games that we play and the NCAA tournament games, that you absolutely have to bring your best for 60 minutes if you want to get a win.
Also this weekend, number 8 Denver will host Arizona State with a chance to share the Penrose but not earn the top seed. The Pioneers would need to sweep ASU in regulation and hope that North Dakota earns no more than 1 point at WMU or have the Broncos sweep in regulation. The Pios are coming off a bye week. Their last action was on February 13th and 14th when they swept Omaha on the road. The Pios have won 3 straight and 6 of their last 7, going unbeaten throughout. Arizona State is coming off a split with Omaha at home last weekend. The Sun Devils lost the opener 4-2, but triumphed 6-3 in the finale to snap a 6-game losing streak. By virtue of that win, they own the last spot in the NCHC playoffs by 1 point over the Mavericks. In that series, Cruz Lucius put up 7 points, including a career-high 5 in the win. He finished with 3 goals and 4 assists and was +5 to earn NCHC Forward of the Week. The senior now leads the NCHC with 45 points this season. DU and ASU met back in November in the desert, with the Pioneers winning 7-1 before the Sun Devils earned a 3-2 overtime victory. Our 3rd series this weekend could determine the final NCHC playoff team as Omaha welcomes Miami. The Mavericks are in 9th and trail Arizona State by 1 point. They would get the final playoff spot if the 2 teams tie in points because Omaha would have more regulation wins. As noted, Omaha split at ASU last weekend, its 3rd series split in its last 4 weekends. In Friday's 4-2 win, freshman Marcus Wen had 2 goals, while senior Griffin Ludke and sophomore Trevor Wong each tallied 2 helpers. Miami was swept at home by Minnesota Duluth last weekend, losing 5-2 and 4-1. Freshman and leading goal scorer David Deputy picked up his 15th of the season in Friday's setback. 9 of those goals have come in the 12 conference games since the new year. The Redhawks need 1 point to assure their spot in the NCHC postseason after missing out last year. Currently in 6th, Miami can also earn a berth with help from others. When the Redhawks and Mavericks met in Oxford back in January, MU swept the series by a combined score of 9-2. Finally, number 9 Minnesota Duluth finishes the regular season at home against Colorado College. The Bulldogs are locked into 4th place in the standings and will host a quarterfinal playoff series, potentially against old rival St. Cloud State, which is idle this week. As noted, UMD picked up a sweep at Miami last weekend and is now 4-6 in conference play in the new year, with 5 of those games decided by 1 goal and 3 going into overtime. Freshman Hunter Anderson had a goal and an assist each night in the sweep of Miami. He assisted on the game winner on Friday and notched the winner on Saturday, earning him NCHC Rookie of the Week. As mentioned, Colorado College earned 1 point in a tie and lost to visiting Western Michigan last weekend. Freshman defenseman Mats Lindgren scored CC's only goal in Friday's 1-1 tie. Senior Caden Imberico was strong in net, making 51 saves on 54 shots in his final home series. This is the second meeting of the season between the Bulldogs and Tigers. Back in November, UMD won 4-2 in the opener at Robeson Arena before CC picked up a 2-1 overtime win. Here again are the standings heading into the final weekend of the regular season. The current top 4 teams are assured of hosting a best-of-3 quarterfinal series next weekend, with only UMD's position locked in. North Dakota gets at least a share of the Penrose Cup with 1 point and sole possession with 2. Western and Denver enter the weekend tied for second. The race for a playoff spot and final positions is still on among the bottom 5, with Omaha gunning for that last spot. The schedule looks like this. Everyone but St. Cloud State is in action this weekend. Western, Denver, Duluth, and Omaha all host. You can see all 8 games live on NCHC.TV, the official streaming platform of the conference, as well as the entire upcoming NCHC tournament. And NCHCHockey.com will have the latest news, scores, stats, and standings updates in this final weekend. There is still plenty to be decided this weekend, which should make for some great hockey. Enjoy, and thanks for watching the NCHC Morning Skate.